Hi guys, my name is Carrie and this is This Quiet Life. My husband Lance and I live in southeast Idaho on an urban homestead. And while most homesteads have animals and farmland, we have mostly garden. And the only animal we have is a cat named W. And W is full of life and full of trouble. And you probably will see her in some videos, maybe even this one, because she's roaming around this room. So we live on 2 city lots. Half of one is our garden, and we just keep expanding the garden every year, and we will again this year. And we're slowly putting in raised beds because eventually I'm going to be old and won't want to get on the ground. And so we're slowly putting in raised beds to bring everything up a little bit higher for me. I just wanted to introduce myself to you and explain a little bit about what our channel is going to be about. One section of the channel is going to be called From Earth to Girth, and it is going to be from garden to table. So I will show you what we're doing in the garden, what we're growing, how we're expanding the garden, how we're building our raised beds, what we're growing. I'm really excited to get growing again. In fact, I'm going to be starting seeds today. And then I love to cook, and I love to show people how to cook. And so I will be filming me making recipes and all that good stuff. I am a food blogger, and so over at Coffee with Us 3, and so a lot of these videos will end up over there as well, and you can go there for the recipes if you want to see what I've already. Sorry, the cat's over here and I'm a little wary of her. She's trouble, and she's making the camera shake, so the camera shaking is her. In fact, let me grab her so you can see her. Come here. Come here, kitty. So this is W, and she's just trouble. Yeah. Someday I'll share with you how she got her name. So, where was I? Oh, so I will be sharing cooking and how the recipes are made. But a lot of that's going to come a little bit later because our kitchen is a galley kitchen and it's tiny. And so I barely have enough room for counter space for everything I'm doing. And then you add a camera in there and it's just hard. But we are planning on adding onto our kitchen probably next year. We're expecting to do that next year. I'm excited about adding onto our kitchen. But if you want to see the recipes that I've already done, you can head over to coffeewithus3.com, and I'll link that below. My friend Jamie and I blog. I do a lot of the cooking and she does a lot of the baking, and then we have a little bit of gardening and kids crafts and other crafts. And so if you want to head over there and check out what we've already been doing, we've been blogging for 8 years now. So we plan on adding about 600 square feet to our house. And about half of that is going to be kitchen and pantry, maybe even more than half. And so I'm excited about having a bigger kitchen. I do a lot of canning, a lot of cooking, and so I really am looking forward to having more space to do that stuff. Okay, so in the Earth to Girth section of the channel, I am going to be showing you my seed starting, my greenhouse, which I'm sitting in currently, the garden growing, garden tours, us building raised beds, just all of the things that go with the garden. I'm currently sitting in our greenhouse, which is also called a solar room. It was built to be a solar room, but I use it as a greenhouse mainly. It does, so the behind you is windows, and the sun comes in pretty bright. It's in my face right now, and it gets pretty warm in here. It can get up to 100 degrees or about 38 degrees Celsius in here. Actually, it gets over that. It gets over 100 over 38 degrees Celsius. And so we have fans to help get air moving so that I don't kill my plants. We also, this was also designed to heat the house. So below here is some equipment to hold heat. And so currently we're not using that, and we plan on doing that. It just, we haven't been able to make that work yet. But in the daytime when it's really hot, it will send the heat down below and store the heat down below, and then in the evening it will rise up and heat this room. Because we're not currently using that, I do have a heater in here, a space heater, and it mainly in the winter we use it for the cat. She sleeps in here, and so it will keep her warm at night. She does have a bed up by the bedroom window, so she can come in and out, but she mainly just sleeps in her bed, and I'll show you that in our greenhouse tour. So I plan on taking you along as we start seeds. In fact, I'm starting some today, and I don't know if I'll get that filmed, but I will take you along for some of my seed starting. We live in southeast Idaho, in an area that has only 107 growing days. From average last frost date to average first frost date is 107 days. And so our growing season is not long. And so a lot of stuff has to be started early and then transplanted. Our average last frost date is May 31st, which is late. I know other people that have it later, and I feel for them because it's hard when your growing season is very short. So we don't get to grow things like melons. You can, but they're not ready until October, and I really want a watermelon in July, not in October. So we have grown watermelons, but we don't anymore just because we don't enjoy them in October. We are headed into the wanting warmer foods like soup and such. So another section of our channel is going to be called Adventures of a Countryman. I love to travel, and my last name is Countryman, and so I am going to take you along for my adventures in traveling. I love to travel, and I love to take my nieces and nephews along with me. We do a trip every year. This year we'll be going to Glacier National Park, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. My mom and my sister come along as well. And we are a family who loves national parks. And so I'm excited to show you those. We live about 3 hours from Yellowstone, and so we go there quite often. And then we venture out to other national parks as well. I also love to travel to Puerto Rico, and so I will take you along for those travels as well. If you're wanting more information about traveling to Puerto Rico, I do have a blog post on Coffee with Us 3 about traveling to Puerto Rico. It is a wonderful country to explore, and if you want relaxing, they have that. If you want adventure, they have that. And so it's got so much to offer, and you can go check out that blog post. You may have noticed my shirt. It says, "Be kind, choose joy, laugh a lot, eat cake." It comes from a company called The Shop Forward, and they are a company that donates a lot of money to nonprofits and foundations. This particular shirt, the money goes toward helping spread hope in Haiti. There is a lady who established the nonprofit, and the nonprofit is called Espoir, which means hope in Haitian Creole. And all the money from these shirts go towards an orphanage in Haiti, and then also just spreading hope in Haiti. The Shop Forward donates money to quite a few nonprofits and foundations. And if you want to know more about what specific places that they donate, it is on their website, and I will link it below. And they have a lot of different shirts and different organizations that they help. I believe their most recent one, it says Texas Forever, and it has been helping people who were affected by the bizarre snowstorm in Texas and throughout that area. Okay, so this is our greenhouse. You can see over here on the right, the wall of windows. They bring in so much heat. In fact, right now I'm sweating. And so then, and this becomes a little bit of storage for the winter. I did try to overwinter a pepper, and that did not work. And that's what that dead plant is over there. So this is our greenhouse. Over here on the right, you can see the wall of windows, and they bring in a lot of heat. In fact, right now I am sweating. It is so warm, but I don't want to open the door to let the heat out because I'm going to need that heat this evening. Our greenhouse becomes a little bit of storage through the winter, and in the summer it's just a mess. So you can see up on top of that shelf there is a bed for the cat. That's where she sleeps at night. And she does come in and out that window some through the night. And then over here I have shelves for seed starts, and then over here also we have tables to put them on. I do sell some in the spring, and so I need a lot of space to put my starts. I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and have an amazing day.